Hare Krishna. Today we will be discussing about Srimad Bhagavatam, importance of Srimad Bhagavatam, and what was the need for the advent of Srimad Bhagavatam. So basically this class would be more about the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is a kind of preparation before we enter into the deeper study of Srimad Bhagavatam. In the 10th canto, first chapter, it describes about the background behind the advent of Krishna. Why did Krishna come? It's very nicely explained by Shukadeva Goswami. And in the 3rd chapter, he gives us the reasons of why he has appeared. If we look at Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita it says about yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. That verse and the continuation verse is paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sanstarpanartham. So basically it is about the 3 reasons he comes. One is to protect his devotees. Second one is to annihilate the miscreants or punish the miscreants. Third one is to re-establish the dharma. Dharma has been established, sanatana. But to re-establish the dharma, when there is a discrepancy in dharma, Krishna comes. There is a scripture called Chaitanya Charitamrita. It is about Lord Chaitanya and the interactions of Lord Chaitanya with his devotees. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of Lord Krishna 500 years back. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu adds 2 more reasons for the advent of Krishna, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna in the mood of Radharani. So Chaitanya Charitamrita explains 2 other reasons. One is Prema Rasa Aswadhana. Prema Rasa Aswadhana means to have the loving relationships or to have the loving experiences between him and his devotees. So if Krishna doesn't come, there are other jivas who are the close devotees of Krishna. But when they are here in the material world, when Dwapara Yuga Krishna came, and if Krishna is not there, they will miss him and Krishna will miss them. So to have that loving exchanges, loving experiences between him and his devotees, he comes. That's called Prema Rasa Aswadhana. Sanskrit is easy to understand if your lipi comes from Hindi, Telugu, Gujarati. Prema means love, Rasa means it's an loving emotion, and then Aswadhana means to take it. So to have that loving experiences with his devotees, Krishna appears. That's the one of the reason what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. And the second reason added to the above 4 is the Raga Marga Pracharana. Raga Marga Pracharana. Pracharana means to propagate. To propagate the glories of the pure devotional service. One type of method is through awe and reverence. Oh, you are the provider, Supreme Lord. Thank you for providing us. You are the most opulent. You are supreme cause for everything. So that's awe and reverence. Like we respect, we acknowledge, and we surrender to Krishna and say that you are everything. The second one is Raga Anuga Bhakti. Raga Anuga Bhakti means you want to experience the relationship with Krishna. There are 5 kinds of rasas. Rasa means emotions, loving exchanges. So it's Dasya. Dasya means servitude. Sakya. Sakya means friendship. Vatsalya. Vatsalya means parental affection. And Madhurya. Madhurya means being a beloved. How do you feel? And one rasa before all these 4 is Shanta Rasa. Shanta means it's neutral. That is there in trees, that is there in rocks, that is there in every creation. They cannot reciprocate, but there is a rasa. So those are 5 kinds of rasas. So one who goes in the path of understanding the absolute truth through the Raga Marga Bhakti, through these loving exchanges, because this is the topmost one, Madhurya Rasa. That's the highest one. So these are the 2 reasons given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we have 3 primary reasons and the 2 reasons what given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So 5,000 years back, Krishna came, yes, in the Dwapar Yuga, as a little Krishna, first born to Mother Devaki and Vasudeva, then shifted to Gokul, and he was raised up in the Gokul with Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mai, right? So he came, he performed his pastimes and activities, so much attractive pastimes, very, very attractive pastimes. How much attractive means the incarnations of the Lord also get attracted towards the pastimes. It's not only just Vrindavan or Gokulvasis or the devotees who had the separation from Krishna, but his own incarnations also get attracted towards him. He is called Bhushana Bhushanangam. Krishna is called Bhushana Bhushanangam, means he is the ornament for the ornaments. So everybody gets attracted to him. Krishna means, the name itself means all attractive. And after performing his pastimes in the Dwapar Yuga, the main thing for coming, of course, is Bhagavad Gita, to give Bhagavad Gita to everybody, to establish the dharma again. Yes, there are loving exchanges, pastime, birth, pastime, play, pastimes, killing the demons, pastimes, but main thing was Bhagavad Gita. Whole Mahabharata, 10,000 verses, 100,000 verses, whatever they are there here in we discuss about Srimad Bhagavatam, but if you take it as a Mahabharata, big scripture, the essence of whole Mahabharata is Bhagavad Gita. Remaining all is like our life, our politics, our chemistries, our things. So Bhushana Bhushanangam he is called. In the same way, Srimad Bhagavatam explains about the enigmatic disappearance of Lord. How did he finish his pastimes in this material world? It's called Moshala Leela. Moshala word means mortar. Rokali antam kada, danchedu untadi. Mortar. That mortar is called Moshala Leela. This is the pastime wherein how the Yadu dynasty is finished. It's the Leela. It's a pastime done by Lord to finish his activities in this material world for that time being. There is a pastime wherein in this pastime the whole Yadu dynasty gets dissolved, or ghastly disappearance of Yadus. And there is a person called Jara who's shooting an arrow at Krishna. That simple arrow won't kill Krishna, but that's the way he left his body. All these are discussed in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. We can understand everything through the explanations given by different acharyas. We will come to those points later, but just to explain Krishna's, why did Krishna come? After Krishna disappeared, where would the dharma take its shelter? There is dharma. When Krishna was there, it took the shelter in Krishna. But after Dwapar Yuga finished and Kali Yuga came, there was a big anxiety. Where would these religious principles or dharma would take shelter? At that time comes the ecstatic appearance of Srimad Bhagavatam. The main intention of Srimad Bhagavatam is again to re-establish the dharma. Krishna reappeared in the Sandhi time of Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga as book Bhagavatam, called Srimad Bhagavatam. That doesn't mean that Srimad Bhagavatam did not exist before Kali Yuga. It's a Sanatana. It's an eternal one. But it is re-established because Manda Sumanda, along with the time, even Bhagavad Gita, it is said that how the knowledge is been lost and it is re-established. So this is re-establishment of Srimad Bhagavatam as the shelter. Krishna appears in different forms, in different timings. When he appears in aquatics, he appears as Matsya-avatara. When he appears in demigods, he appears as Vamana Avatara, Upendra, right? He is the Upendra. Among the animals, when he comes, he appears as Varahadev, the boar form or the pig form. And among the human beings, when he comes as the best of the best Lord Sri Krishna in Dwapar Yuga. Krishnastu Swayam Bhagavan. That's why Bhagavad Gita never says Krishna speaks. Bhagavad Gita says Bhagavan Vacha. When Krishna appears as a bird, he comes as a Hamsa avatar. When Krishna appears as a book, he comes as Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than Krishna. Today only we were reading in Prabhupada Lilamrita, it's about Srila Prabhupada saying that my worshipable Srimad Bhagavatam was traded for tea biscuits. That's a different pastime, but how he addressed Bhagavatam, he made some translations, and his wife for some reasons has sold those papers and he was not finding the papers, but he addressed Srimad Bhagavatam as my worshipable Srimad Bhagavatam. The Srimad Bhagavatam is worshipable. That's the reason we do at your home the Srimad Bhagavatam installation, Aarti. Aarti is given to only Lord, not the books. But what is the difference between the regular books and Srimad Bhagavatam is Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than Krishna himself. If you are holding Bhagavatam, that means you are holding Krishna. It's so potent and so pious. Srimad Bhagavatam is called Grantha Avatar. Grantha Avatar. Grantha means scripture. Krishna's Grantha Avatar is Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, what was the reason for Krishna to appear as a book? Why Srimad Bhagavatam has to be another Krishna? This particular avatara or incarnation is very special, very, very special, because it is the combination of all the avatars. If suppose you take the Matsya avatara, Krishna comes in that incarnation, finishes his pastimes and leaves that Matsya body, and then comes in another avatara, he comes, do the pastimes and he leaves. But in case of this Grantha avatara, all his activities in different incarnations have been mentioned at one place. That's why it is in the form of a book. Grantha avatar. There is an acharya, name is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, acharyas. In his commentary on Sharatha Darshini, there is a wonderful book. There are different brilliant meanings and descriptions and explanation of each and every book's title. So there he writes that this Srimad Bhagavatam is the shelter of everything. Ashraya of everything, you name it. Suppose let's take an analogy of there is a treasure. If we compare the readers or the hearers satisfaction to be the treasure, the meanings and the description of these scriptures are like watchmen. They will guide us. They will make sure that we do not fall under the illusion of fake or bogus gurus and acharyas. There are many. They might have the quest, they might have a quench to get an answer for their questions, but they are in the wrong path. Blind leads the blind. The followers also will be blind. Because of the laziness, because of the time, the knowledge was disappearing. Yogo nashta parantapa, Bhagavad Gita says. Nashta, it was losing. The real meaning of the scripture is been getting lost. The real satisfaction or the treasure what the devotees want to feel with their Lord is being stolen by the thieves, by their misinterpretation. At that time, Krishna descends and restores dharma to give the correct conclusion of all the Vedic scriptures, or to give the essence of all the Vedic scriptures. He comes as Srimad Bhagavatam. Unless we know these all details, reading Bhagavatam would be like a novel. First, we have to know the importance of why it was introduced. Why is it so important? How is it going to help the humanity in general, and for us, how it's going to be beneficial? There is a process of creation and there is a process of sub-creation. Creation is called sarga, sub-creation is called visarga. The creation is done by the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, Krishna. And the sub-creation is done by the Brahma. We always say that this is Brahma's creation, this is Brahma's creation. Brahma's creation is the secondary creation. Brahma first comes from Krishna, Vishnu. Then Brahma creates. Suppose, let's say, now let's talk about Brahma has 4 mouths. Chaturmukha Brahma has 4 mouths. From the 4 mouths, Brahma was emanating 4 Vedas, different Vedas. And all the Vedas came, and like a pile of rocks, it is sitting. Everything together. Or like a pile of jewels, precious stones. Like you go to vegetable market. When that market, or Santa, we call Santa, right? Santa means Santa means everywhere it is. And at the end of that Santa, all the vegetables are put together, and they take it back. So all brinjal, okra, dudi, everything will be together. So when Brahma has spoken these Vedas, from his 4 mouths everything emanated, and it was like a pile. So then again Krishna so mercifully comes as literary incarnation of himself as Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva now has taken this job of separating all these Vedas. That's also out of pure compassion for the fallen souls of Kali Yuga, to give them a clarity. If they don't have the clarity, they are going to mess up. What Veda they like, they will take in this way. What Veda they like in this way, they will take, and it will be all messed up. Other than these 4 Vedas, Vyasadeva wrote also 18 Puranas. There are 18 Puranas, not just 1 Purana, 2 Purana. Bhagavata Purana, Vishnu Purana, Narada Purana, Padma Purana, Garuda Purana, Varaha Purana, Vaivarta Purana, Brahmanda Purana, Matsya Purana, Kurma Purana, Linga Purana, Shiva Purana, Skanda Purana, Agni Purana. Almost 18 we are done, I think so. So many Puranas our dear Vyasadeva has written. He is none other than Krishna. They are all into different modes, in different modes. Some in mode of goodness, some in mode of passion, some in mode of ignorance, and some in the mixed mode also. Why do we need so many Puranas, Mataji? He would have given the Shuddha Sattva, topmost, like pure goodness, 1 Purana or something, and then we would have. Because it is again out of compassion, because we all, the jivas here, have different consciousness levels. 8.6 million consciousness are there. In that consciousness, I'm talking about only species, and that in species there will be different subcategories again. So count how many consciousness we have. If Krishna gives only the Shuddha Sattva mode scriptures, then where will all others go who are interested in different things? Who are in the mode of ignorance, who are in the mode of passion, or who are in the mixed, who are in the, where they will go? So different Puranas. Out of all the Puranas, the only Purana which is in the mode of goodness, in the Shuddha Sattva or the pure goodness, is Srimad Bhagavatam. Today only, just now, I was hearing to my Guru Maharaj. My Guru Maharaj, there was a lady who was asking some question regarding the desires of Krishna. Krishna is Sachidananda, then why does he desire something, or some that on those lines? Then Krishna, my Guru Maharaj was explaining, like Krishna is there in that, but he is not touched by that. Like if you are cooking, you put lot of things in your dish, and then you mix it with a ladle. The ladle is inside the dish, right? But is the ladle tasting the dish? No. Is the ladle getting the effect of the dish? No, nothing. Just an instrument to mix. So like that, everything comes from Krishna. Krishna is in everything, but he is not affected by all those things. Bhagavatam is topmost. Vyasadeva made different scholars as the in charge of different Vedas, like Samaveda, some Acharya, Rig Veda, some Acharya. They're all experts. So he has distributed. He is happy, made all these things, but he was not satisfied. He was not satisfied by that. he was despondent and disappointed in his heart. Then whenever somebody who is sincere in their devotion, he is none other than Krishna, but he is acting in the role of Kanisha Mataji. Veerabhadra Prabhu, Jose call just to look. Can you call? When somebody is like seriously wishing something, like you are seriously interested to know more about bhakti life, to know more about Srimad Bhagavatam, to know the path of spiritual realization. So then, as Paramatma, Krishna guides them from inside so that they can act in that way. Like you asking your guru something, your guru guiding you something, and then ISKCON name coming, and then Haridas Thakur, and the series of events, whatever has happened, is the reciprocation from Krishna for a sincere call of a devotee. That sincerity is there. When there is sincerity, and when there is contemplation, and when there is meditation, Krishna reciprocates. In the same way, Vyasadeva got this reciprocation of feeling that, oh, I might not have glorified Krishna as superlative exclusively. He gave Vedas, he gave Puranas, he explained about Krishna in bits and parts.
Still he is not satisfied.
He is not satisfied. Then he gets from inside this call saying that I might not have exclusively glorified Krishna as the superlative or the supreme. This might be the reason. And he confirms, or he goes to his spiritual master, Narad Muni. Narad Muni tells him, yes, you are right. Without glorifying the Supreme Personality of the Godhead enough, these all what you have written, Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, everything is called Jugupsitam. Very strong word Narad Muni uses. Only couple of times in Srimad Bhagavatam this word is used. That is called Jugupsitam. Jugupsitam means abominable. No meaning at all. Mataji, Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, these are all waste. These are all not waste. These are all waste if Krishna is not glorified enough. They are not waste. But they have to be in connection with the source of those things, in connection with the source of all sources, in connection with the cause of all causes. A screw from a machine, very, very important. If the screw is not there, the engine might not start. But if the screw thinks itself as all in all and it's thrown on the road, does it have any value? No, unless that the screw is kept inside this machine and the machine starts working. The screw itself cannot run on its own, or the screw itself cannot take the passengers right from one place to the destination. It cannot. But when that screw is getting attached to this engine, the vehicle can take. That screw should not think it is all in all. So all these scriptures are like screws. And Srimad Bhagavatam, which is none other than Krishna, is the vehicle which glorifies Krishna. So there should be any spiritual path should have the ultimate object. So it should include four things. It should include bhakti, of course, right? Bhakti should be there. It should include Bhagavan, of course, because bhakti object is Bhagavan. And then it should include bhakta, the subject who is looking for the object, bhakta, and Bhagavatam, which guides us all. These are the main things to be highlighted and to be emphasized. And then on top of it, you have given overemphasis on the four Purusharthas. I mean, Narad Muni is saying to Vyasadeva that on top of not glorifying the Supreme Lord enough, you have given too much emphasis on these four Purusharthas. What are the Purusharthas? Dharma, Artha, and Moksha. You have too much emphasized on this Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Anyhow, people will take these things. But you adding emphasis on it makes it more authentified, and they start following only those things. but where is the glorification of the source of all those things? So you must glorify. He tells about couple of things. One is you should glorify the process of devotional service. Very important, because without the process you cannot achieve the goal. Yes, because we have to glorify the process. The bhakti process is the best. Without bhakti process we cannot go to Bhagavan. Second one is glorification of the Bhagavan, to whom the bhakti is given. Then Vyasadeva compiled this Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is eternally a Shruti scripture. It's not Smriti. There are two kinds of scriptures mentioned, Shruti and Smriti. So it is a Smriti scripture which doesn't come only in the Kali Yuga. It is ever existing. Is not just a part of Smriti which is written, Srimad Bhagavatam. So 5,000 years back Srimad Bhagavatam did not come into existence. If someone says, when was this Srimad Bhagavatam given? It is eternal. It is Sanatana. It doesn't have a origin time. It is there always. It's just that Krishna, with his mercy in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam 5,000 years back, re-established the Dharma and re-given us this scripture through Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is merely performing the pastime of writing, that's all. The book is already there. The knowledge is already there. The writing process is done by Vyasadeva. The knowledge is already there of Srimad Bhagavatam. Suppose if you are in the kitchen, I know we are all always in the kitchen. Okay, so we are doing, suppose, mango lassi. You are not inventing mango lassi dish. Mango lassi dish is already there. Mangoes, it needs milk, it needs yogurt, it needs sugar, whatever needed. It is there already. You are not making anything new invention. You are just mixing all those things and making it. It's like that. Vyasadeva did not give Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is already there, and Vyasadeva became an instrument to give us Srimad Bhagavatam again. Srimad Bhagavatam is the crown jewel of all the scriptures. It is the topmost one. The commentary on the Ved is the topmost commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta Sutra is the essence of all the Vedas. So the topmost commentary on all the Vedanta Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam. It is the nectar of all Vedas. It's the mature fruit of all Vedas. Analogy is like, suppose we all know guava plant. In India also we have seen guava tree. Guava tree, when guava comes, it's nice, it's tasty. When it becomes to medium ripe, it is tasty. Some people want crunchy, some people want to be coconut kind of thing. But if you just leave the fruit on the tree, it will get ripen. And then when the fully ripened guava is there, it tastes wonderful, it tastes very nice. On top of it, if a parrot bites that, it becomes more tastier. So Bhagavatam is like that. Mature fruit of all the Vedas. All the Siddhantic conclusions are Srimad Bhagavatam. It gives us the right vision and the right path to approach the Lord. This is all recorded, Mataji, so you can listen also later. It is the life of all the devotees. Prana. It is the life of all the devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam is like the sun. Sun doesn't discriminate between Shudra or any other, like Brahmana or anybody. Sun falls equally on everybody. Even on the rock it falls the same way. And the nature of the sunlight is to dissipate the darkness. So the nature of Srimad Bhagavatam is to dissipate the darkness of the wrong conclusive truths. Now we are coming slowly to the point, like there are other paths also, right? But Srimad Bhagavatam dissipates the darkness created by the misinterpretation or the wrong conclusion of the absolute truth. In a single word to say, Krishna is parivartita. Krishna is changed. Krishna is manifested. Krishna is transformed himself into Srimad Bhagavatam. How many people, Mataji? Manushyanam Sahasreshu. Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 4th verse, I think, 4th verse or 5th verse. Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschidapi. Means there are millions of human beings. Human beings are the higher consciousness beings who can understand the relationship with Krishna. So there are millions and millions of people. From them, only few try to choose spiritual realization path. And from those millions who choose this spiritual path, there are only very, very less one who endeavors for the real truth and takes the shelter of a guru and Srimad Bhagavatam. So you are one of them. Congratulations. It's not boasting you or anything, but this is needed. This is needed. Krishna, in the end of the Dwapar Yuga, completed all his pastimes, and then he thought, Kali Yuga is coming. How should he give the mercy for the Kali Yuga devotees? There is Srimad Bhagavatam, but in Kali Yuga nobody is emphasizing on that knowledge, and it is not secured in proper way. That's why he came as Vyasadeva, to give us Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada says, large scale quarrels, there are big quarrels, big wars, big fightings. These are all not because of some scarcity. These are because of having not the spiritual life in the center. These are all because of the wrong identification of being body and I and mind concept. So there is a very, very, very much need for re-spiritualizing the humanity, and that can happen only through Bhagavan in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam and his devotees. Lord Chaitanya, whom we just talked about, who came, Krishna, who came 500 years back. It's not 5,000 years, it's just 500 years back. Maybe your grandfather's grandfather has seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who knows? He's Krishna himself. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifies Srimad Bhagavatam as ultimate pramana. Pramana means evidence. Pramana means authority. Pramana means authenticity. Pramana mantam kada, not the promise. Pramana means evidence. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says some conclusive opinions. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami nicely writes those. The supreme worshipable deity means Lord. The supreme worshipable deity, if there is any, it is the Vrajesha Tanaya Sri Krishna. Vrajesha means Nanda Maharaj's son. He doesn't say Devaki Nandan, or he doesn't say Vasudeva. He says Vrajendra Nandan. Vrajendra is Nanda Maharaj, and Nanda Maharaj's son is Krishna. To worship that Krishna is the supreme worshipable way. Not Rukmini Dwarkadish or the Dwarkadish Krishna. Little Gopal Krishna, young Krishna with the gopis, those pastimes. That's the supreme worshipable deity. And the highest supreme abode is the Vrindavan. In India, when Krishna came, he came to the place called Vrindavan. Krishna's feet were in Vrindavan. Krishna's feet never touched in Dwaraka, the soil, because in Dwaraka he was king, always royal shoes he had. But in Vrindavan he was playing. There is a place called Raman Reti in Vrindavan, wherein Krishna and cowherd boys used to play, and that place is still celebrated in Vrindavan. So when devotees go to Vrindavan, they go to the place and take the soil in their hand and pour all over the body. Krishna has performed his pastimes there. So that's the highest abode. Greatest form of worship done to the Supreme Lord is the worship of gopis. There are many devotees, many devotees. Everybody, including the lowest, like Kubja also worshipped Krishna. Brahma, highest, he also worshipped Krishna. But the most superlative or the greatest form of worship is considered to be the worship done by the Vraja Gopis. Our target should be that. We cannot imitate, We are not in that stage. We have to take the help of acharyas. We have to try to understand first sambandha, then abhideya, and then prayojana. But the topmost is gopis' love for Krishna. We cannot imitate. If we imitate, we become sahajiyas. Sahajiyas means they don't understand properly full length relationship with Krishna, and they end up in thinking themselves as one of the gopis or one of the gopa boys in the Krishna's pastime, and they enact. They wear saris, they put all the men also. So we are not getting into that. Prabhupada always warned we should not go there. Our heart should be awe and reverence always towards Krishna, and try to build up that relationship slowly. And wherever he wants to put us, it's okay. If Krishna wants to serve us being in not America but being in a remote area of Africa, that's okay. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, one of the he's called seventh Goswami, one of the personalities in the Guru Parampara. Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and his father is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He was a Grihastha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur had 10 children but still performed the 11 children but still performed the spiritual life so nicely and wrote 100 books. It's not easy. He was the judge. So why we are talking about Bhaktivinoda Thakur is Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that I don't have any desire, Krishna. May I be a worm in the stool. Worm in the stool. I don't mind. Wherever you want me to put, you can put. But only the thing is, I should be able to remember you always and never forget you. That is the mood of devotees. Why I got this topic is because I just said this, the topmost worship is of the gopis, so we should not jump to that. We should be always like a servant in the hands of our spiritual master, who is bona fide and who is connected to the disciplic succession. And the fifth point is purpose or goal of human form of life is to develop the pure love of Godhead. Was it not there? It was there always, but it in the material world, connecting with the three modes of material nature, has become dormant. It has to be sprouted with bhakti, with the association of the devotees, like what we are doing now, sangha, association, talking with each other. There are 4 things described in 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. There are almost 37 chapters explaining about Dham. We just talked like Dham is abode. The topmost abode is Vrindavan. The whole 37 chapters in 5th canto talks about just the importance of Dham. How important it is Dham. How important that we have to go to these places. Srimad Bhagavatam, we just now discussed that it is non-different from Krishna. Right? When we worship from lotus feet to head to Krishna. So how this first canto, first chapter, we have to start with and progressively go towards the each and every chapter. We cannot jump in between to 10th canto. It's nice, so we will read 10th canto. No. Slowly and gradually we have to try to understand. Srimad Bhagavatam, let's say it's Krishna, right? So Srimad Bhagavatam, imagine, Srimad Bhagavatam is the body of Krishna. Padma Purana, very, very relatable scripture which is used for reference. Padma Purana. Padma Purana says that considering the book Bhagavatam as Krishna, the first and second cantos are the lotus feet of Krishna. We worship from the lotus feet because the mercy descends from the feet, not from the head. As soon as you go to the temple, we see the Lord. Oh, how beautiful is Krishna! How beautiful is Krishna's peacock feather! How beautiful is Krishna's dangling decorations! Yes, it's good. But the proper way is to start your worship from the lotus feet. So the first and the second canto are like lotus feet of Krishna. So we start with first and second cantos. The third canto are the thighs of Krishna. 5th canto is told to be the navel of Krishna. 6th canto is told to be the chest of Krishna. 7th canto is the arms. 8th and 9th are like throat of Krishna, Kanta. 11th canto, no, 10th canto is the lotus face. 10th canto is very, very Dashama Skandam, very, very attractive, right? All the pastimes of Krishna. So that is the lotus face of the Lord. 11th canto is the forehead, Lalata. We sing, right? Lalata Falake, Lalata. That's the forehead. And the 12th canto is the head as such, because we say head is the needed for everything, right? In an accident, if leg goes, we can survive. Hand goes, we can survive. But if the head is gone, we cannot survive. It's like head, 12th canto. And what we have to do, that is also given in Padma Purana. That original supreme personality of the Godhead is an ocean of mercy. He is in the blue complexion. He has come for the welfare of everyone. So he is the bridge to cross this material ocean. So we have to worship that form of the Lord who came for our welfare. This is not an ordinary book. It reciprocates according to the level and understanding of the reader. You open Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, 148 page, whatever the number. You are reading that. I open the page, I am reading that. It makes us realize the things according to our level of understanding. There are 10 subject matters discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is now important. 10 subject matters overall discussed. Generally, any Purana has 5 subject matters, and any Mahapurana is discussed as 10 subject matters. Bhagavad Gita is a Purana because it is a part of Mahabharata. That Purana has 5 subject matters: Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. 5 subject matters. And Srimad Bhagavatam discusses 10 subject matters. And these 10 subject matters are discussed in 2nd canto, 10th chapter, 1st verse. So when you write the coding, you should put SB, SB capital means Srimad Bhagavatam, then the canto number, then dot, then chapter number, then dot, then verse number. So if you are noting down, it should be SB 2.10.1. This speaks about the 10 subject matters. We will discuss in detail when we do chapter-wise study. But now this is just a summary. What are discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam. The verse goes like this. Later you can check. Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanamutayah manvantari shanukatha nirodho muktirashtrayah. This one has only 10 subject matters. Every word is one subject matter. Let's break it down, try to understand. Sarga. Sarga is universal creation. We talk about the universal creation. That's the primary creation by the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, Krishna. Then comes Visarga, is the sub-creation or the secondary creation done by Lord Brahma. Sarga, Visarga. Third one is Sthanam. The word itself says, the Sanskrit Sthanam means positioning of the living entities in different planetary systems. We are on the earthly planetary system. So how these living entities or the jivas are placed in different planetary systems. There are different planetary systems. Everybody says somebody went to moon, somebody went to sun, somebody went to Mars. That is not possible. Prabhupada said it's not possible. We cannot exist there. There are different living entities there. Their body, their mind, their way of thought process, everything is different. Then comes Poshanam. Poshanam means Pushti, Poshanam, Aharam, Poshanam. Protection of the devotees by the Lord. Sustenance, protection, maintenance, everything comes in Poshanam. Then comes Uti, UTI, Uti. Uti means everyone is inclined to act. That inclined Uti, UTI.
UTA.
Uti, Uti. Uti means the inclination to act. That's a very, very big subject matter. How everybody in different consciousness is inclined to act. Then comes Manvantara. Manvantara means it's about reign of Manus, how the propagation happens, how the progenies, everything. Reign, R-E-I-G-N-S, reign of R-E-I-G-N, reign of Manus. We say, right, this Manu, that Manu, 7th Manu, 8th Manu, like that description, the detailed explanation is given in that particular part. Then comes Isha Anukatha. Isha means supreme controller. Isha means the supreme lord. Isha Anukatha means is the topic of the lord's incarnations and the devotees. Then comes Nirodha. Nirodha means annihilation. When there is a creation, when there is a maintenance, then there will be annihilation also. That annihilation topic is discussed in the Nirodha part. That's the 10th part. Then comes Mukti, which is one of the 4 Purusharthas. Mukti means liberation. That is discussed as the 11th topic and the 9th topic. And the last topic of the 10th topic discussed is Ashraya, which is the topmost. Ashraya means the supreme shelter. We take shelter, Ashraya, right? That shelter should be the Supreme Lord, Supreme Krishna. The first and second cantos are like prelude. It consists of creation, sub-creation, maintenance. Third and fourth canto is like full detailed description of how this process of creation and sub-creation is done with the mercy of Krishna. Fifth canto is the geographical, we said, right? Fifth canto includes positioning, sthanam. That's the geographical geography of the universe. First half of the 5th canto still continues with the above 3 topics, but from the 16th chapter or the second half of the 5th canto speaks about sthanam or positioning or the geography of the universe. Detail, lot of philosophy is also there. 6th canto speaks about protection aspect. Srimad Bhagavatam, there is nothing which you cannot get. It's not just the juice. It's before the seed onwards, seed, what seed needs, where it has to be sown, what time it has to be sown, how much water it has to be given, how much sunlight it has to go in, how it sprouts, sprouting time, what should be the environment, how it becomes plantling, how it becomes a plant and then a tree and then a flower and then a fruit and then ripened fruit and then juice. So this all is given. Srimad Bhagavatam is not missing with anything. So the 6th canto speaks about the Poshanam or the protection aspect of the Lord for the creation. And the 7th topic, which we said Uti, right? It speaks about different inclination. We just told inclination to act, right? What is this inclination? Inclination either to act in a good way or to act in a bad way. Either to act like a divine qualities or to act with demoniac qualities. Either to be a devotee of a Lord or a demon who is against the Lord. That's the inclination to act. That is Poshanam and that Uti, and that is discussed in the 7th canto. 8th canto, we said that it is Manvantare, right? Manvantaras. There are 14 Manus, and everybody has their own clan, reign, or whatever you call, big samsara. That is been explained about all the 14. Srimad Bhagavatam, half of the Bhagavatam, Mataji, is filled with names. Filled with names. I was talking to my husband and I was saying, why so many names, Prabhu? Not now, in the starting. And then Prabhu said that these all names are of Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas are the ruling people, administration people. We need that. They give impetus, energy to the Kshatriyas, knowing about these many kings, these many princes, these many fighters. And then coming to the 10th inspiration, yes, impetus. And the 9th canto is the topics of the Lord and Lord's devotees. The 10th canto is about the lotus feet of the Lord, talks about how to take the shelter of this Supreme Lord who is so beautiful. 11th canto, as we discussed, Uddhava Gita will come there in 11th canto, liberation. Uddhava, who is a cousin and dearmost friend of Krishna, Uddhava Gita comes there about liberation. Liberation is not topmost. Uddhava realizes at the end that what is the topmost, Raganuga Bhakti. And then comes the 12th canto, which is annihilation. That's the brief outline of Srimad Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva compiled this as a natural commentary on all Brahma Sutras, Vedanta Sutras and everything. What is there in Srimad Bhagavatam is all successful, all blissful and all perfect. It cleans all the inauspiciousness. It mitigates all the miseries. It takes away all the unwanted anarthas from our heart. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Maya, Matsarya, everything. People in general don't know about this. They don't even acknowledge there is something called anarthas inside them. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam is given. To know and to clean. So the solution for material problems or spiritual problems, any problems, is only bhakti. Bhakta is here, Bhagavan is here. The bridge is bhakti, the process of pure devotional service. Bhakta can't be happy unless he gets close to Bhagavan. And the process given is to get closer to Bhagavan is bhakti. Bhakti is knowing the God, bhakti is understanding the God, bhakti is realizing the relationship with the God, bhakti is acting on that realization and understanding, and bhakti is to relish the relationship with Krishna. Stages of bhakti. And then we can reach to that ultimate object of love, Bhagavan. Srimad Bhagavatam begins with a very nice verse. Janmadyasya yato anyavad. Krishna is the absolute truth. It's very much made clear in the first canto, first chapter, first verse itself. We will read. He is cognizant of everything. He is the knower of everything. Anything cannot be hidden from him. Anything cannot be hidden. Nothing can be hidden from him. You can cheat everybody, including yourself also, but you cannot cheat Krishna. He has enlightened Brahmadev from within about this knowledge. And then his activities are very, very bewildering to great people also. They can't understand. Brahma also got confused, right? When Krishna was seen as so many cowherd boys. First of all, he was eating Krishna dirt. And Brahma says, he can't be the God. Brahma is such a big personality. He said that how can this little boy who is eating the engili, juta of the other boys be the God? He couldn't understand. But Lord is the factual basis of everything. Only because of him, this temporary world seems to be real. You're feeling this is reality, right? I am real, my husband is real, my kids are real, progress is real, money is real, development is real, all the purusharthas are real. No, it's only because of his mercy, because you chose it, he made it look like real for you. Srimad Bhagavatam establishes Krishna as Supreme Personality of the Godhead. In the beginning itself, Ete Chamsa Kala Punsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. In the Brahma Vimohana Leela, Krishna as a form of small Gopal, in his original form of Bal Gopala, is playing with the cowherd boys. Narayana Muni goes and glorifies before Brahma that the Supreme Lord has come in the form of Bal Gopal. Brahma says, really? So let me see. He's killing all the demons. Okay, let me see who he is.
and he sees that he is playing without chappal, eating the remnants of all his cowherd boys, taking the cowherd boys on his back. Brahma says he can't be the Supreme Lord. If he is Supreme Lord, then let him take this challenge. Then what does Brahma do? He takes away all the calves and the cowherd boys also. First calves, and in search of the calves, when the cowherd boys goes, he takes cowherd boys also. And then what does Krishna do? Krishna manifests himself as that n number of calves and n number of cowherd boys, including their mothers can't recognize them. The cows started feeling ecstasy, and as soon as these calves came in, their udders were untimely flowing with the milk, because they are experiencing Krishna in their calf forms. The mothers were never complaining about not having the association of real Krishna, because they were seeing Krishna in the form of their sons. Srimad Bhagavatam conveys these all facts very intelligently, Mataji, without making people bewildered. The greatness of Krishna is emphasized in the 9 cantos, and then the sweetness of Krishna comes. You cannot understand fully the sweetness of Krishna without knowing the greatness of Krishna. So whole 9 cantos prepare us for the 10th canto. Lord is a person. He has a personality. There are authentic description of his form established time again. He can't be just the light. He can't be just the Paramatma. When this Brahma Vimohana Leela happened, what happens? Brahma says, I am here. Then Krishna says, who are you? I am Brahma. Oh, you are Brahma? Yeah, I am Brahma. Which Brahma? Then he says, what do you mean by which Brahma? Yeah, which Brahma? And then Krishna says, shows all the Brahmas. Some is Panchamukha, some is Shatmukha, some is 10 Mukhas, all the Brahmas. Brahma is getting bewildered. Oh, what is this? I thought I am the only Brahma. Yes, you are the Brahma, but Brahma for this universe. Brahma is a post. So then, Krishna does what? Krishna shows Brahma suddenly all the cowherd boys who Krishna manifested as will change into Narayana form. 400 form. So many Narayanas are around Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam, if you open the 10th canto, there is a big picture wherein Krishna as a Bal Gopal is sitting, and around him all the Vishnus are there. And Brahma sees all these Vishnus, thinks, oh, like myself being one Brahma, there are a lot of Vishnus also many. And why, as he is envisioning this, all the Lord Vishnus, all the cowherd boys who changed to Lord Vishnus again go and merge into Bal Gopal. Krishna has everybody inside him, including Lord Vishnu. There is not one Lord Vishnu or not one Lord Brahma. Krishna can do anything. Krishna can do anything. So the disciplic succession of this pure knowledge of Bhakti, Bhaktas, Bhagavan in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, let's put, it's a combination of everything, Srimad Bhagavatam, was first given to Brahma. Then Brahma, in the form of Brahma, Krishna gave that knowledge to Narada Muni. And that knowledge in the form of Narada Muni, Krishna again gave to Vyasadeva. In the form of Vyasadeva, Krishna gave this superlative knowledge to Shukadeva Goswami. In the form of Shukadeva Goswami, this superlative, this beautiful, this heart-soothing, enigmatic scriptural knowledge is given by Krishna in the form of Shukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. That is what we are understanding now. So, anybody who is speaking Srimad Bhagavatam from a bona fide authority is Krishna, is representative of Krishna, not Krishna but representative of Krishna. Book Bhagavatam, Krishna. Brahma, representative. Narada, representative. Vyasadeva, representative. Shukadeva Goswami, representative. Parikshit Maharaj, representative. It's not just Shukadeva Goswami tells to Parikshit Maharaj and then Suta Goswami, Shaunakadi rishis. No, Parikshit Maharaj also tells to his mother Srimad Bhagavatam again. His mother says, what did you hear in 7 days from Krishna? Just before leaving the body, Parikshit Maharaj tells the whole Bhagavatam again to his mother also. So these are all representatives of Krishna. Very pure. Amala means free of any kind of contamination. It is nectarian, it's juicy, and it is perfect, absolute truth. Because Krishna is speaking. Because it is about absolute. How can anything about absolute be anything less than absolute? So many speakers come in our Srimad Bhagavatam. Further discussions. There will be Maitreya Muni, there will be Vidura, there will be devotees. They all will be speaking this knowledge. So they are all representatives of Krishna. Krishna is speaking through all of them. So when we are hearing, when we are discussing, when we are studying Srimad Bhagavatam, we should have this weight, spiritual weight of who is speaking this knowledge. We should always carry that in our mind. Bhagavatam starts with Satyam Paramadhimahe and ends with also Satyam Paramadhimahe. Kasmayena Vibhishito, 12th canto, 13th chapter, 19th verse. 12, 13, 19. Just few verses before we end Srimad Bhagavatam. Establishing of Dharma. So I think today we are good, Mataji. Let's see what is the time. Yeah, it is almost 3 o'clock. We started close to 1:40, 1:50, so 1 hour is good. So we can let me stop the recording.